On this drive coming up. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on 1st down. They try and throw it, take a sack on 2nd down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on 3rd down?
Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Still fighting for more. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They go to Johnson again. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game.
Watch it now, Barney. Set, Detroit. There we go now. 3-19.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Two yards to go here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. This remains a 1-point game. The defense did their job. Now the offense here late, they just need to kind of hold on, seal this victory.
And the defense did it so well, didn't they? Didn't allow any points and got the ball back for their offense in order to close out this game. What a great feeling for both sides of the ball.
It'll be a better feeling if the offense can just... And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Set! Boom! Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So in a game that's been full of twists and turns, here's another with time winding down.
And now, as you say, time's obviously a huge factor. But all you're looking for now is 3. So one big play, maybe a penalty, and you might get that shot after all.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
He's back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Listen, think about the intent.
And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Now they'll run it on the toss, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They come out here in the eye. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Tampa Bay, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.